Hey, you guys, welcome back to another episode of the Bold and Beautiful Voices. I'm your host, Felicia, and today we have a lovely guest from Mariana, Florida, Miss NeRissa.
Hi, thank you for
Hey,
having me.
so welcome. How you doing today?
I'm doing good.
That's great. Thank you for taking the time out your busy day to come on the Bold and Beautiful Voices. Before we dive in, you guys, if you haven't already subscribed to the Bold and Beautiful Voices podcast on YouTube, please do so now. So, Miss Nerissa, before we dive into our conversation, I always like to do a mental health check-in. So, on a scale 1 to 10, 1 being the least, 10 being the best, where's your mental right now?
I would say I am probably 7.5.
7.5.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. So, what is something that you can do to boost that up a little bit?
Um, One thing that I've been doing is just trying to exercise because
Mhm.
it's like walking helps me tremendously with just decompressing. I use it as meditation time and prayer time, and so that's kind of what I need to do.
It's
And I
talking
normally
to
like
God.
stretch and stuff too before I go to bed, so that helps.
Okay, good. So we're gonna do it and have a little fun before we dive into the conversation. So we're gonna do a few icebreaker questions.
Okay.
If you can only eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be?
It would definitely be fish.
Fish. Oh, I love fish. What type of fish?
Girl, any kind of fish.
I love me some catfish. I
I
can eat
like,
that every day.
yeah, I love
Boneless.
catfish. I recently tried some halibut,
Mhm.
which was really good. But yeah, I love fish, salmon, all of
Yes, it's all good.
it.
If you could have dinner with any celebrity, who would it be and why?
Oh, wow. Um, any celebrity. I would probably say Beyonce. And why? Because I just think she's so fly. I love her music. She seems to just be an awesome mom, fun person to be around. Get her to show me some of her dance moves.
Oh,
Yeah, I
I'm a
love.
fan of Beyonce. I love her music.
Yeah, me too.
What is your go-to karaoke song?
Ooh, it would have to be anything Lauren Hill.
She has
Trying
awesome
to think of a
music.
song. Lauren Hill. I can't even think of a song right now, but it would definitely be
Her.
Lauren Hill track. Yeah, I love Lauren Hill.
I love her music as well. It's so unique. It's so different.
Yeah, love Lauren Hill.
What's the best vacation you've been on so far?
Oh, so the best vacation we did a 7-day cruise. It was me and my husband and like I think 7 other couples.
Mhm.
We went to Cozumel, um, Jamaica,
Mhm.
and the Cayman Islands. So that was the best cruise. Like not having to worry about cooking or cleaning, not having to worry about the kids and what everybody was gonna eat.
Mhm.
You just take a nap whenever you want to take a
Yeah.
nap. Yep, that was amazing.
I think the 5 day cruise was a bit much for me. I don't know about I gotta build myself up for 7 days. Because that last day I was like, Lord, is we ever gonna make it home?
Yeah,
It's fun.
seven
It's a good experience.
seven was a lot. I would say five probably would have been better because the last day
Mhm.
was a lot. You were just like,
Yeah.
I'm ready to get home. I'm tired now. I'm tired of eating the
Yeah.
same stuff. Like I was ready to go.
You'd be just so drained. So, who trust me. So, if you could travel
Yeah.
anywhere in the world right now, where would it be and why?
Hmm. If I could travel anywhere in the world, mm, I would say I want to go to Bahamas just because I've never gone. Um, and every like when you see the pictures and stuff, it just always look beautiful. I want to try the food.
Mhm.
It's warm weather. I love the beach, so it would have to definitely be somewhere warm.
The Bahamas is very beautiful. They some hustlers out there. I ain't even gonna lie. Let me tell you a story. So, well, something that happened for real. So we was out walking the streets of the Bahamas, and a lady came up to my daughter, my 23-year-old daughter, and she was like, "Oh, you're so beautiful. Try this on." And she immediately put a bracelet on her wrist and
Uh-huh.
tied it in a knot. And so Yasmin thought that, hey, she was just giving her the bracelet, but she was finessing her. The bracelet was $10, and she was like, "Wow, mama, she got me just like that." I said, "Yeah, you can't be friendly like that when we're out of town. You know, people do anything,
Right.
and you don't have to pay them their money."
Exactly. Well, at least was it a cute bracelet?
It was a cute bracelet, but it's
Okay.
off now, so it was a waste of a $10. I
Dang.
seen her the other day. I said, "Yes, where the bracelet at?" Time I took it off, it was too tight. I said, "Oh yeah, she got her freebie $10."
Oh wow, that's too funny.
Yeah. So I've seen lately here that you have been into fitness. And how do you balance your career and staying in the fitness era? Like, how do you balance it out?
Well, what I kind of did was just set a goal to do something at least 5 days a week.
Hmm.
So I'm either gonna do it in the morning. If I don't get it done in the morning, if it's raining or storming, or I sleep in, or just something happens where I can't get it done in the morning, then I make sure I do it in the afternoon. But just putting it on my schedule, that's it. Like I'm like I have to do it. There's no excuses. I even bought like an indoor little walker stepper, like almost like a little mini treadmill. So if it's raining and I can't see where I can get out, then I'll get on that. My goal is to do at least 30 minutes a day for 5 days, 5 days out of the week.
5 days out of the
So I
week.
just, mm-hmm,
And I
that's it.
tell
Just try not to
people,
make any excuses and get it done.
yeah, and I tell people it takes 21 days to form a habit.
That's right.
And I was once, I was a big procrastinator. I used to skip workouts in the morning, and then I would say, well, once I get the kids to bed, I'll go in the garage and I get my workout. Girl, I get them kids to bed. Next thing I know, it'd be morning time, and I wake up and I'd be like, "What happened?"
Right.
So if I don't, I'm like you. If I don't get it in the morning time, it is probably not going to happen. But I made that a routine. So every
Right.
morning when I drop them off, I'll slide on to the gym and then I start my work day. And
Yep.
fitness overall, it makes you feel good,
It does make you feel good. And then when you
especially
start seeing those results, you be like,
yes.
okay, yeah, yeah,
Because
that's
I
what
had on me a pair of jeans that I had in my closet for like 2 years, and I put them jeans on, and I was like,
they
I
fit.
can wiggle. They scratch. Like I was so happy. That's like the best reward of something that you work so
Yes,
hard for.
that's right. That's exactly it. Seeing the results. So
Yes. So
yeah.
diving into you're a realtor. How long have you been a realtor?
So 3 years I have been a realtor. I'm on a team with my husband. He's been 5 years. So
5 years. Okay. So you got some experience there. What were you doing before you entered the realtor business?
so before I started real estate, I actually
Mhm.
was a stay-at-home mom for like 3 years because we had relocated to Hershey, Pennsylvania. So when I was there, I did photography and I was a Mary Kay consultant. And I'm still actually a Mary Kay consultant.
You was a
Um,
photographer and didn't let us know?
huh?
You a photographer and I didn't know?
Oh yeah, I did photography.
In
And I still
talent. Do you still do it?
I do, and I actually love taking pictures. Like I love taking pictures. So
Well, most definitely gonna
love,
have to connect
love.
because I need some pictures taken.
Yes, I love taking pictures. And then before that, I worked in banking and finance for like 17 years.
Okay, good, great background. What inspired you to become a realtor?
So for me, I think it was something that I've wanted to do for probably 20 years, but I kind of was hesitant
Mhm,
because it's, being my own business and not having a fixed income and having smaller kids. I was just really nervous about taking a jump and doing it.
mhm,
So once we moved back to the area, um, I was like, now is just a great time. Like my kids are older and I think after turning 40, it's just things that are important to me, things that I want to do. I'm like, I've got to believe in myself. I'm always encouraging other
Mhm,
people, I've got to believe in myself and step out on faith to be able to do this. And I just feel like home ownership is such an amazing way to build wealth
mhm,
that I just try and tell everyone that I know about it.
yeah.
So that's
You,
kind of how it started. Just wanting to just let people know, like, if I can do it, you can do it too. And let me help you, show you the way.
yep. And a lot of people don't know as far as like, being an entrepreneur, it takes a lot. We have good days, we have bad days, but those bad days is going to show who is for what, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because a lot of people, when they go have those bad days, they give up. But if
Exactly.
it's something that you really have the heart for, you're
Yeah.
going to work through those bad days. And baby, I see you out there working. I'm like, oh, she's here. She's there. Look at her. She's everywhere.
Girl, I love, to be honest with you, I'm like truly an introvert. So
Mhm.
to be out is so not me, or it wasn't me 3 years ago. I've grown so much in, being a business owner and knowing
Yeah,
that it's something I got to do. Like, people are going to want to do business with you if they don't know you and like you and trust you.
exactly.
So I've got to put myself out there. So thank
Yes, you
you.
most definitely got to let yourself be known because you can't grow your business not knowing nobody.
Mm-mm.
You get
Nope.
what I'm saying? So you're doing an awesome job.
Thank
Can you
you.
share some challenges breaking into the real estate industry as a woman that you have faced?
Um, I feel like in this area there are a lot of agents.
Hmm.
So for me, sometimes I would get intimidated, just like, everybody knows 5, 10 realtors, who's gonna want to work with me, you
Hmm.
know? And then I just had to kind of get out of my own way. For me, more than anyone else, it's been my own self holding myself back, I think.
Exactly.
So I felt like once I got past that and was like, I still have something to bring to the table. Like, people will talk to me and they're like, there's no way you're only an agent for a year, 2, 3 years. And I'm like, yes. They're like, it just doesn't seem that way because you know the process. Like, you help me get my credit straight. Like,
Mhm.
and so, I just feel like I have something to bring to the table, and I'm just gonna be me, and show my clients what I got.
Yes. And I think it's very important. I'm not a I'm I've never followed the leader. I think it's very
Yeah.
important to always have your unique way and style of on how you run your business, no matter
Exactly.
what Sue or Mary or John is doing. You just do
Right.
what's best for you because it's people for everybody. It's
Exactly.
out there that's going to gravitate to you versus what this person doing. So I tell people all the time, just make sure, just be yourself.
Be yourself. That's it. I'm
That's
like, that's all I can do. I can only
mhm,
be me. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So, and that's what I've just done. Like, when I'm out, I'm genuine with people. I'm not trying to be anybody else. I'm just trying to be me, do me.
Yep.
So, yep.
Most definitely. So looking back, what would you have done differently when starting out in this business?
So, one thing I would have started a long time ago,
Hmm.
for sure. But now that I'm in the industry, I probably would have just taken more chances
Hmm.
and not held back. Like I said, I was very shy. I would walk in rooms and not know anyone, so I would just literally like go sit at a table, and somebody didn't walk up to me, then I didn't really talk to people.
Hmm.
And now, like, I was at an event tonight, and I think I walked away with like meeting 8 new people.
Yeah.
Just walking up, just being myself, like I said, just being confident in myself, and just making introductions. We're all people. We're all trying to survive and feed our families. So, just take the chance. Bet on myself. I would bet on myself.
Exactly. And it's good, meeting people because you may not be able to service them, but they may know somebody that may need your service, and it just
Correct.
all connects back together. And I
Absolutely.
tell people that all the time.
Yeah.
Networking is important. You have to get out there. You have to, make your face known in the community, and you got to keep your face out there. You just can't pop in and pop out. You want to
Right.
always stay up there on top,
Yes.
and that's
Stay
something
top
that
of mind.
yeah, I tell myself, I got to get back into networking. This business has grown so much, but that's on my goal list this week is to get back to doing what I love doing, meeting new people, just building those relationships because it's important.
Yes, I agree.
So, like we was talking about, networking is a big part of any industry, for business owner. How has it helped you grow? professionally?
So I mean, I feel like it's really helped me, to be honest with you. It's how I've met so many people, and being an agent, you're gonna, one day you may need a plumber, the next day you may need a painter, the next day you may need a roofer. So to be able to make those connections and actually not just have to go Google for a person, I actually have like a database
Hmm.
of all type of vendors, and that's been the best thing ever. I can call a roofer and say, I need a quote, like ASAP, and they're able to make it happen. So that only comes from building those relationships. I'm not calling the 800 number,
Hmm.
and just making myself available too, so they know if they have someone that needs my services, I'm gonna do the same for them, has been really major.
That's great. That's great to hear. Can you share a success story when networking played a key role in your career and closing a deal?
um Actually, yeah. Speaking of roof, I had a client that was selling, and in order to close, we had to put a new roof on the house, and my seller did not have the funds,
Hmm.
and they had already moved out of the house, and I was able to get a roofer that gave us, we got quotes, and we were able to get the work done and actually have the roofer paid at closing. And that was all because of relationships and just
Yep.
being able to say, hey, this is where we are, like this is the last and final step, we get this done and we're going to close on this day. Just mostly communicating with them is the most important thing, and just
Yes.
let them know up front what's going to be, what the process is going to be, where we are in the process, and making sure, they get their money at the closing table.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly. So speaking of long term, where do you see yourself in the next 5 to 10 years?
oh, that's a good question. So, my background, like I was telling you, was banking, and I was actually a small business banker for 10 years.
Hmm.
So, my passion is small business, and professionally, within 5 to 10 years, I want to be a commercial agent.
Hmm.
So, helping businesses find commercial spaces.
Hmm.
That's my goal.
Those are great goals. Those are great goals. Are there any projects that you're working towards right now?
Um, right now I'm taking classes. I went to our Florida Realtors Convention in Orlando a couple weeks ago and was able to network with a lot of commercial agents, as well as like the president of CCIM, which is basically some of the like um, what is it, like almost like certifications that you get in order to be a commercial agent.
Hmm.
So, yeah, that was pretty cool just to be able to network with them, be in the room with them, talking about all the different projects that they have, from hotels
Hmm.
to convention centers. It was amazing. So that's what I'm working on. Just trying to get in the rooms with the people doing what I want to do.
What about more? Do you see in your near future as far as like doing like small like informational events for the people in the community about the process of buying houses?
Oh yes, absolutely. I actually partnered with the lender last month, and we did a first time home buyers seminar.
Hmm.
And we are thinking we're going to do those every other month. We had 10 ladies show up, so that was very good.
Hmm.
And we basically, it was myself and a lender. We talked about the whole process from the lender side as well as the whole process from the realtor side. So if
Okay.
it's something that you're interested in, if you're interested in purchasing, then we just kind of sat down with you and just talked you through the whole process. They were able to answer questions. We also had another sponsor, so there was food provided as well. And we're
Okay.
looking to do those every other month.
Oh, that'll be
So,
great.
yeah.
That'll be great. So, what advice would you give someone that's thinking about starting a career in real estate?
I would say do your research.
Hmm.
Um, and then make connections with agents that are doing what you're doing, and maybe shadow them for a couple days. Go on some appointments with them to kind of just be in the life of a realtor and see what we actually do from day to day. Because it is a lot of work.
It is.
And you don't have someone saying get up and do this and do that. You have to actually get up and do the work. So it's pretty, I would recommend that you just kind of get a feel for it and see if it's something that you really want to do.
Exactly. Have you ever ran into a situation where locally that you ran into another realtor and they was like you felt you asked for like advice or something, you felt that they was withholding information and really didn't want to share?
Um, I mean, you will have some agents that because you're a newer automatically assume that you don't know anything. So
Hmm.
I've run into that more so than anyone not really wanting to help because honestly, because my husband was also an agent before me, I kind of bounced off most of my ideas and stuff off of him or if I had any questions. But it would be times that agents would automatically assume because you're new or they don't know you, they haven't seen you, that you don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
So that's more so what I run into. And then I just, shut them down.
yeah, I know
But,
that's right.
uh,
Shut them down, shut them down.
yeah, I got this. Yeah, we got so
I know that's right.
yeah.
You got to keep it moving. Got to keep it good with the
That's
bad.
right.
Keep it moving.
That's
So,
right. Absolutely.
what do you find the most rewarding about helping someone find their starter or dream home?
I think it is the most rewarding thing is like when they walk in, like for instance, I had a client, we looked at houses. In the first house, I was like, in my head, I was like, this is the house.
Hmm.
But you can't, they have to come to that conclusion. So you still, show other houses if they're like not sure. And it was so cool when we ended up coming back to the first house that she looked at
Hmm.
and she was like, this is it. And so I was like, then I told her, like, I already knew, like,
Yeah.
because you can just see like almost like the sparkle in their eye when they know
Yeah.
when they know that that's the
Like,
one.
this is
So for
it.
me,
This is it.
yeah, it's just so rewarding to see them actually, have their list in their mind of what they want and then
Mhm.
actually being able to show them, what's available and then they can say this is it. So yeah, that's the best for me. Just
Yes,
seeing
my
the
bet
house
it just
despite
makes
of
your heart just so warm and
yeah,
smile and just happy overall.
it really does.
It's been a great feeling.
Yeah.
So for the people that's watching that's probably don't know where to start at or scared to like consult with someone about it, where should your credit be at a starting point when looking into buying a home?
So ideally you would want to be around 620 to 640. There are programs that can get you pre-approved at 580, but you're going to pay a much higher interest rate.
Hmm.
So if you can get around that 640, even the 660, that would be really good because it depends on which credit reporting agency the company is using. So
Hmm.
you just want to make sure that you're where you need to be, have a little buffer. So I say 640, but really 660 would be ideal.
Yeah. I don't know why it's so hard for people to ask for something information that's much needed. You get what I'm saying? Like
Right.
they would rather ask for a want instead of a need. And I tell people all the time, I get that all the time. I'm like, either they gonna tell you or they're not. And if they decide not to tell you, you just keep it moving to the next.
Right. And if they're not willing to help you, then that's not your people.
Yeah.
So I feel like as a service provider, I
Mhm.
want people to feel comfortable coming to me and asking me questions.
Exactly.
And I hate when people say, I feel like I'm bothering you. No,
Mhm.
you are not bothering me. You can call me. I put my cell phone number, my number is on my car.
Yeah.
Like it's on all my posts majority of the time. It's on
Mhm.
call us. If we're not available, then we'll call you back. But that's
Mhm.
what we're here to do is help you.
Yep.
And if home ownership is your goal, I definitely want to help you. So you can
Exactly.
call me and ask me any questions.
Because I feel like if God has have put you in a position to help and service others, you should.
That's
You
right.
know, you
I
don't
agree.
you shouldn't have to charge everybody for everything, because one day you never know that maybe you needing help. So I most
Exactly.
definitely see your post and I see your educational post and you servicing the community, which is much needed.
Thank you.
So diving into the next question, what are the top 5 things a person should be aware of before starting their home buying journey?
Hmm. So, number one is definitely your budget. So that's like the top thing I talk about when I sit down with someone is your budget, because you want to have an idea of what you can actually afford
Mhm.
before you meet with the lender, because they're going to go off of your gross income. And we all know that we don't get gross income. So you want to go off of your, what you know is coming into your household minus your actual lifestyle to
Okay.
create a budget for you and your family.
Mhm.
Having a savings account, because they're going to be upfront costs. And then just buying a home, you never know when something's going to happen. So you always want to have like emergency savings. Um, then, your credit. Credit is major. You got to get the credit right so that way you'll be able to qualify. So, not wanting to pull your credit if you're looking to purchase a home, no credit pulls, no major purchases. Don't go buy a new car if you're
Mhm.
looking to buy a house, and don't put any large deposits or withdrawals in your savings accounts. So
Mhm.
that way there's no question of where that money comes from, because basically you have to verify any large deposits that's coming in or out of your account.
Okay.
So those are the main things: the budget, the credit, making sure you don't do a lot of inquiries,
Mhm.
no major purchases, and no big deposits going in or out of your account.
So in the buying process, do you as the realtor, do you stay with the client from the beginning to the end till they close on their home?
Yes. So it depends on where the person is. Like if they come and everything's in line, it makes it a lot easier. Sometimes I have clients that may have some credit challenges. And so what I'll do is send them to a lender, and the lender will sit down with them and kind of do what you call a soft pull on the report to see where they are and what they need to do to get them where they need to be.
Okay.
But even in that process, I'm still a part of the conversation. Like I know, look, it may take 2 to 3 months. It may take 6 months. And
Mhm.
then we're just kind of working together to make sure they're staying on track, not doing things that they're not needing to do. So
Mhm.
that way, when that time comes, they're ready.
Yeah.
And then from there, we start looking once we get that pre-approval. And I'm there to the end.
That's great. That's
Yeah.
great. And there you have it, you guys. Hustling homes and making connections with Miss NeRissa. So, NeRissa, this is your time to let the audience know how to contact you. What's your social media sites?
Okay, so I should have had this up. I am on Facebook, NeRissa Bates. Well, actually, I think it's NeRissa Myrick Bates. And then we also have a business page, is Team Bates.
Mhm.
We're Team Bates on Instagram as well as TikTok. And we also have a YouTube channel. So we would love for you guys to follow us on YouTube, do a lot of educational type, some fun stuff, but mostly it's educational, neighborhood reviews, touring different properties in different areas and talking about different builders that are in the area, and incentives that they have on some of their different properties. So
Okay.
I would love to connect with you guys on social media.
Yeah. And you guys, if you need a realtor, hit Miss NeRissa up. She is great in the community. She's very informational and she can get you where you need to be.
Yes, ma'am.
NeRissa,
Thank
thank you for
you.
taking the time out your day. I know we are some busy women, and whenever we can fit something in, we try our best to do it. And that really means a lot, for you to
Awesome.
take the time out to come on Bold and Beautiful Voices. So, ladies and gentlemen, until next time, stay bold and stay beautiful.
Yeah.